This broadcast of Stoughton High School Wrestling on the Stoughton Sports Network is brought to you by Stoughton Hospital. For more than 100 years, our neighbors in the Stoughton area have trusted Stoughton Hospital to provide personalized, forward-thinking expert health care. Stoughton Hospital is a proud supporter of WSTO programming, trusted care close to home. And Stoughton Trailers is proud to support Stoughton High School athletics. Come join the family. Apply now on our career page at stoughtontrailers.com.
Welcome to the Stoughton High School, where we're about to do the national anthem for some high school wrestling. And now we are on to the starting lineups. The Stoughton Vikings are taking on the Oregon Panthers today. And they're starting at the 120-pound weight bracket. And now the teams are going to meet in the middle for the coin toss to see who decides what they'd like to do after the first period ends. And looks like the Vikings have won the coin toss. So, by the looks of things, the Vikings at the end of every first period, they are going to get the option to go top, bottom, neutral, or defer. So, since we didn't get much of an introduction in the beginning, I am Spencer Meyer. Behind the camera is Seth Paulson, and directing this high school wrestling event is Jacob Ebert. So we're starting off at the 120 weight class. And from the Panthers, it's going to be Dakota Brown, a sophomore. And from the Vikings, it's going to be Colton Sudduth, a senior. As both wrestlers make it to the table, referee checks to make sure they are who they say they are. And they're off. Starting with some very quick hand fighting. A snap down by Colton. Working to get that arm inside. And a shot in by Colton up to sliding up the body, and he got behind for a very fast takedown. So score with a minute and 27 seconds in is 2-0 for the Vikings. Looks like Sudduth is trying to run an arm bar to get Dakota Brown to roll over. The ref just reminding them to not to overextend that shoulder. That's a very, very dangerous move to be put in. Looks like he's going to reverse it with the half. Ooh, and that looks very, very tight and very, very painful, but Colton Sudduth got the pin. That's going to put 6 team points on the board for the Vikings. Next up at the 126 weight class, Braden Little, a freshman from the Panthers, and scratch that actually. For 126, it's going to be a bye for Nicola Rivera. At least that's what they announced in the beginning. Looks like Oregon has a wrestler ready. I don't know if that's Braden Little or... Oh, no, looks like it's going to be a forfeit. So that's going to put 6 more team points on the board for the Vikings, making the team score 12-0. Oh, maybe not. They announced it was going to be Nicola Rivera, and Nicola Rivera is going to get a forfeit, but it looks like Alex Wicks is up to already. Yeah, it looks like Alex Wicks is going to take the forfeit, not Nicola Rivera. Looks like Nicola is going to wrestle up a weight class. By the looks of it, he's getting ready with his team on the left. So that will put 6 more team points on the board. So team score is 12-0. So moving on to the 132 weight class, since things got a little switched around, Nicola Rivera, a sophomore, is going to wrestle Alex Vio from Oregon. He is a freshman. Some quick hand fighting, and Vio pushed the head down, and now he shoots in. Has the leg, and ooh, almost a takedown, but Nicola very, very fast got out of it and took him down. Going back to the middle, Alex rushes him. So score is 2-1 within 10 seconds or 20 seconds of this first period, and now 4-1 with Nicola getting another takedown. Looks like he's letting him back up to a tie, and a very, very fast duck under to another 2 points. Another one for the freshman from Oregon, and another 2 for Nicolar. Score is 8-3, 8-4 now. Very, very fast. Looks like Nicolar is just trying to get some points. Tied up, Nicolar maybe looking for a throw here. And he gets it. He puts Alex Vio right on his back. Gets the, looks like a 3 count, or he got the 5 count actually. So that's 3 back points, making the score. After the takedown and the 3 points, it's going to be 13-4. Nicolar up, and he elects to let them both go up neutral, so it's going to be 13-5. Very, very, very fast scoring here in this match. Ooh, and a roll to the side to evade a takedown as he gets one of his own, making the score 15-5, putting Alex Vio in a cradle. Almost looked to be a leg cradle, but he just locked the leg down with his leg and got the pin, giving Stoughton 6 more team points. That was a very, very fast-paced match. It looks like Nicolar is recovering nicely from his back injury he had at Badger State a few weekends ago. Currently is still undefeated, to my knowledge, and his only losses were medical forfeits at that Badger State tournament. Next up is Trenton Dow for the Vikings, and he is wrestling Mattschlemm. Shot by Dow. Looks like good sprawl by Schlemm. Both wrestlers fighting for control. No one has anything yet. Dow back up to his feet as Schlemm was on his knees, and now he's back up. Both wrestlers looking for something, and that's Dow with another shot. Looking to finish this one. He's got his knee. Looks like Schlemm is running towards the outer ring of the mat as Dow brings him up brings his leg up and trips him and gets the 2 on the edge of the mat. They're should get called off fairly soon, and they're called off, making the score 2-0 at 1 minute and 5 seconds. All right, and that's going to be Trenton Dow starting on top, looking to break down Schlemm. It looks like he has a bar in currently, and he's fighting to break him down. Schlemm looking for an escape here. Tripod's up. He's on his feet, and Dow with a lift back down to the mat. Schlemm back on his feet, and they got off the mat. Dow still on top. Schlemm on bottom. Team score is currently 18-0, and the score of this match is 2-0. 30 seconds left in the first period, and Schlemm's looking for an escape. He looks like he almost has it, but Dow has that leg, and not quite. He couldn't quite get that leg out. He almost had it, but he couldn't get out. So now Dow is back on top. It looks like he has a tight waist in, grabbing that arm. Looking for some sort of turn he can get here. Doesn't look like he can find any as the clock's ticking down to its final seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's the end of the first period. At the end, it's going to be 2-0 for the Vikings. And looks like the Vikings will get the choice after every period. And looks like the Dow choose to defer, and Schlemm chose neutral. So they're both starting up. Starting kind of slow to get to the first tie, and shot in a double leg, and looks like Dow's lifting him up and trying to get his leg around Schlemm's to get around him. No one has control yet. No points awarded. Looks like Dow is trying to sit up with all that weight on his back. That's a very, very hard thing to do. And a stalemate called. No action was happening, so the ref decided to call it off. Starting back up neutral. Both wrestlers keeping their distance from each other a little bit, looking for a shot or a possible go behind. Now they're tying up, and looks like Dow with an underhook. Both wrestlers still looking for something, not finding much. Looking like Dow might work up to a throw. Still got that the underarm. And now the hold is broken. They're both back up neutral. Still keeping their distance, and a quick shot by Dow. On the edge of the mat. Lifting him over his head again. Can he get the points this time? Oh, it's close to the edge. No control yet. No points have been awarded. Very, very close to the edge. If he pushes him out much more, as long as Dow has his 2 feet in, he should. Nope, they're going to call him out. All right, so they're going to start back in the center again. 14 seconds left in the second period. Score still at 2-0, no change. Both wrestlers still keeping their distance. Looks like, all right, and that's the end of the second period. And looks like Dow is going to immediately select to go down. So, that Mattschlemm is going to be on top as Dow looks for an escape. And looks like Dow's tripoding up. And look, that's a warning for stalling on Mattschlemm. The ref said you got to work to get him back down. There wasn't much action happening. So now that he broke Dow down, looks like he's looking for some sort of turn. And now he's riding very, very high. See if Dow tries to buck him off here maybe, or try to slip out from underneath him, because Mattschlemm is riding very, very high. Looks like that's exactly what he's doing. He's sliding right out from underneath him. If he gets his head out, that's going to be a 2 reversal. But he just has to get his head out from under Mattschlemm. Looks like Mattschlemm is inching out towards the edge of the mat, trying to get a stoppage to get a reset so that he can stay on top. 49 seconds left in this third period. Nothing is happening so far. It's still Dow trying to slip out. And the ref calls the stalemate there. 38 seconds left in the third period. Score is still 2-0, and looks like the ref is looking for a possible sign of blood, but doesn't see any. As both wrestlers come over, Mattschlemm is still on top. There's no points awarded in that little scrum they had. So, and then they're off. 35 seconds left. Looks like Dow's about going to attempt some sort of escape. Looks to be a tripod. Now he's grabbing at that leg as Mattschlemm is riding kind of horizontally to him. Ooh, and Mattschlemm has a cradle locked in. Let's see if he can get Dow turned over. He's got 6 seconds left. If Dow can just hold it for 3, 2, 1, and he's got it. So winner by decision is going to be Dow, putting 3 more team points back on for the Vikings. Final score of that match was 2-0, and the team score now goes to 21-0. Next up is the 145-pound weight class. It's going to be Gavin Model, a senior from the Vikings, and Owen Heiser, a freshman from Oregon. Both wrestlers make their way over to the bench. Again, the ref making sure they are indeed who they say they are. They aren't somebody else. Looks like the ref's taking a drink of water quick. So both wrestlers get set in the middle. They shake hands, and they're off. Very fast head tie from Gavin. Looks like trying to break him down and then a quick shot. But he missed. The shot was just a little too far out, and a shot by Heiser. And he brought down Gavin. No points awarded. No one has control. And there's two takedown. So that's going to be 2 for Oregon. Gavin Model's going to start on the bottom. As they go out, Gavin up to his feet and brought right back to the mat. Back up to his feet and a very fast escape. Now they're working their way in the middle. Gavin with a quick shot in. Looks like got both legs and 2. So that's ties. The score is now 3-2 for the Vikings. Gavin with a very fast roll. He's getting back points. Looks like the count's at 2, so if he rolls him back over and lets go, he's only going to get 2, which I think he still had it in, so the ref was hesitant to give him the 2, just in case he rolled him back over, but the hold got broken, so it was only 2 points awarded since there was only about 2 to 3 seconds of back time. Score is now 5-2 with 55 seconds left in the first period. Gavin getting another roll in, getting more back points. Looks like the call's at 2. He had 2 swipes, 3, 4, and looks like he only got 4 there, so it's only going to be 2 more team points if he lets go. And he does, so 2 more not team points, 2 more back points, and so score is going to be 7-2. 20 seconds left in this first period. Looks like Gavin looking for another roll and not getting that one, or maybe he is getting that one. He went the other way with it. And it counts at 2, and not quite enough to award back points. And at the end of the first period, the score is 7-2 with it's like Oregon got the choice. So they defer. Heiser deferred, and looks like Model will opt to go down. Start in the bottom. Whistle blows. Model looking for a fast escape, not getting it, as Heiser controls that arm, keeping him down on the mat. Looks like Gavin's back up to his feet. Heiser with a lift, not quite getting him. Gavin anticipating another lift, and there it was. Waiting for something to happen, and Gavin almost hit a nice throw, but couldn't quite get it. So they're back down, no change in score, and a very, very nice escape turned into a reversal. So that's going to make the score 9-2. Looks like Gavin is on top, and looks like he's going for another roll, which he is. Getting more back points. Calls it 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's got the 3 if he lets go. And since the hold was broken, he's 3 back points awarded, making the score 12-2. 38 seconds left in the second period. Gavin looking like he's driving a bar in. And he couldn't quite get it. So he loosened up at the hold on the arm, and Heiser escaped. So making the score 12-3. Gavin with a shot in. No one quite has control. Heiser looking for a throw. And not quite enough. Heiser had the leg, so not quite enough for a 2 or for a takedown. So at the end of the second, score is 12-3 for the Vikings, and Heiser opted to go neutral. And he with a quick shot in, but very, very far away with the shot. Couldn't quite get it. Had his arm fully extended, but Gavin swatted it away and got back around him for 2 points. Looks like Gavin's looking for a possible breakdown or a turn. Eyes are not given much. And another roll. 2, 3. The count's only at 3, so he's only going to get 2 points if he lets go. And their 2 points have been awarded, making the score 16-3. Gavin looking for another roll. And he's going to let him up on this one, making it a tech fall. He was up by 15 points, so they called the match off. So the technical fall is only 5 points as opposed to the pin is 16 points. So with that, the Vikings will get have a total of 16 points after the 5 had been awarded. So next up is the 152 weight class, which is Braden Whitehead, a senior from Stoughton, and Seth Nade from the Panthers, who is a freshman. Both wrestlers get set in the center. They shake hands, and they're off. Fast, heavy hands right off the bat, and a shot by Whitehead. Couldn't quite bring him down. Now looks like he's got a front headlock locked in, trying to circle him around, but they were too close to the out of bounds line, and the ref called him out. They're going back to the center. No points have been awarded. 1:44 left in the first period. Looks like Whitehead with another heavy shot, lifting the leg, trying to get Nade taken down, but Nade breaks takes the hand off of his leg, and they're both back up. Still no points awarded. 40 seconds into this first period. Looks like another fake shot in by Whitehead. Couldn't quite get it. Nade had a heavy sprawl, but since there was no real shot, that he sprawled away. Now they're both tied up in the center. And a shot in by Whitehead. Couldn't quite grab the leg as Nade stepped back. It's like 50 seconds here left here in the first period. And another shot in by Whitehead, holding on to that one single leg. Nade trying to pry his hands off so he can get some points for himself. Looks like Whitehead grabbed the ankle, trying to drive the leg around. You got to watch it to make sure he doesn't bend that knee too far, though, because the ref will call it out or call it off. And looks like he called it off for a stalemate. So no action was happening, so stalemate was called, and they're both starting back up in the middle. No points awarded. 14 seconds left. Both wrestlers probably looking for a shot here in these final seconds. And looks like Nade was. And nothing else is going to happen here in this first period. As the period ends, Vikings are going to get the choice. He's going to elect to go down. He's not going to elect to defer the choice right away. So Whitehead is going to be on the bottom first. And the whistle blows. Whitehead immediately tripods up and gets out. So that's 1 point for Whitehead, making the score 1-0. Heavy hands by Whitehead and an almost shot. And a shot by Nade. Not quite, as Whitehead gets two underhooks. And a shot for Whitehead as he grabs that ankle, trying to drive him to the side, but can't quite get him. Now he's lifting Nade back over his head, sitting him on his butt, trying to find something that he can do to get the takedown on Nade. No one has control, so no points have been awarded yet. Both wrestlers still looking for something, and it looks like the ref's going to call it a stalemate here if something doesn't happen. And something did happen. So Whitehead with the takedown. He got out from the hold of Nade and took him down, making the score 3-0 with 49 seconds left as they go out of bounds. All right, now Whitehead's going to start on the top. Nade trying to tripod up, and then he had a tripod into a knee slide, couldn't quite get out. Since Whitehead still has the leg, there's no points awarded yet. Nade still looking to get out or reverse. Whitehead looking to keep him down. And Nade got the escape. Whitehead was very, very slow to get back up. 7 seconds left in the second period. Score is 3-1. Looks like both wrestlers are just going to wait out the rest of this time. And looks like it's not even going to be a second thought for Nade as he opts to go on the bottom. So Whitehead starts on top, trying to work something in to keep him down. Nade tripoding up. Whitehead bringing him back down to the mat. Trying to break him down with something. Can't quite find anything to keep him down. Tripoding back up. Looks like he might hit a knee slide again to get out. But Whitehead's blocking that knee. Looks like Whitehead's now getting a warning for stalling. So still no points awarded, but he did get a warning. So if no action happens soon, there will be another point awarded. Looks like he's working to something, trying to get Nade turned over. Can't quite get it. Leg riding him, trying to Turk him back over. Can't quite get him. Minute left in this third period. Score is 3-1. Vikings on top. Whitehead still leg riding, trying to work something in. 45 seconds left. Looks like he's trying to get a turn worked in. Can't quite get him over. Looks like the ref might. Stalemate call. It looked like he wanted to call stalling, but on Whitehead, but he called the stalemate on him since no action was happening. Both wrestlers looking very, very tired. All right, and an immediate sit out by Nade, countered by Whitehead, keeping him down on the mat. Trying to find some sort of turn. Another sit out attempt, can't quite get it. Another sit out attempt. That's as Whitehead keeps him down. Now he's tripoding up, looking for a knee slide, but Whitehead blocks it with his knee and brings him back down. 10 seconds left here in this third period as Nade works up, working to get that escape. 5, 4, 3, and it looks like Nade not quite as Whitehead holds onto that leg and rides out Nade. So winner by decision is going to be Braden Whitehead from the Vikings, giving the Vikings 3 more team points, making the score 29-0. Next up for the Vikings is going to be Luke Meckler, and for the Panthers is going to be Cooper King. Cooper King is a sophomore, and Luke Meckler is a junior. Both wrestlers meet up at the table and head out to the center. And they shake hands, and they're off. Quick snap down by Meckler. A shot in by Cooper King, and a go behind by Meckler, and An escape by King and a snap down by Meckler, but no points awarded. And a shot in by King, and Meckler sprawls and gets around him. An escape by King, making the score 4-2. Very fast points, just like in Nicola Rivera's match earlier. Very, very fast points. Ooh, attempting a duck under, couldn't quite get it. Both wrestlers still up. And a shot in by Cooper King, holding that double leg. Looking for something. Meckler sprawling out of it, getting one of his arms off. Looking for a turn, can't quite get it. Another shot in by King, another sprawl by Meckler. Looking for a duck under attempt by Meckler. Can't quite get it. And a takedown by Meckler. And they're off, so no escape points awarded. Score currently with 1 minute and 1 second left in the first period is 6-2, Vikings on top. And Luke Meckler looking like he is going to break him down, not let him up this time. Working to get a bar in, which is exactly what he'll do. Get a bar in and scoop the head. Looking for a turn, and he got it. Looks like he didn't get the bar like he wanted, but he got the cradle. He wasn't on his back quite long enough. And looks like a tight cradle put in by Meckler. And 20 seconds left here in this first period. And a pin by Meckler. Awarding the Vikings 6 more team points. Making the score 35-0 for the Vikings. Next up at the 170-pound weight class for the Vikings is going to be Luke Spildy, a senior. And for the Panthers is going to be Karl Brooks, a freshman. Both wrestlers meet up at the center table. As the ref checks them in and now lets them go back out to the middle of the mat. The wrestlers shake hands and they're off. Quick shot by Brooks. Running the shot, can't quite get it. Luke has an arm in. So no control awarded yet as Luke scooting around. And looks like the ref is going to call it in because Spildy's knee was bending at an angle it should not bend in. Looks like a shot by Spildy. Going to bring him down to the mat for 2 points, making the score with 1:35 left in the first period, 2-0. Looks like they're very, very close to the out of bounds, and the ref calls them out. So they're going to restart back at center. 1:22 left in the first period. And Brooks is up right away. Spildy's looking like he's going to bring him down, but it can't quite as Brooks gets the escape. So score changes to 2-1 for the Vikings. Both wrestlers, Luke Spildy looking for the 2-on-1. Both wrestlers fighting on the edge of the mat. And a fast single leg takedown for Luke Spildy. Looking to break Brooks down, and he did. They're working very close to the edge of the mat with 24 seconds left in the first period. Luke's still grabbing at that arm underneath Brooks, trying to find some sort of turn. 7 seconds left. 4, 3, and they're called off. So with 3 seconds left in this first period, they're going to restart back at the center. And no points awarded as Brooks couldn't quite get out with the 3 seconds he had left. So at the end of the first period, score is 4-1. Looks like Spildy's going to get the first initial choice, and he's going to defer it to Brooks. Brooks is going to elect to go down. All right, Brooks right off the whistle is up, trying to get his escape point. Can't quite get it as Luke brings him down, back down to the mat. Spildy looking for some sort of bar with that arm behind him, Brooks's arm behind him. Trying to bring that arm back, can't quite get it out as he's jamming that shoulder into the mat and holding that arm tight to his stomach. So he stops trying for that, looks for something new. Still holding onto that arm. Looks like he's got the arm right between Brooks's leg, trying to drive him to his back, or more roll him to his back. But he lets go of it. Still on top, looking for something. 52 seconds left here in this second period, and so far the score has not changed. It's still 4-1. Spildy's still looking for something with that arm. Looks like he's gonna try to grab the arm between the legs. Can't quite get it as Brooks tries at the moment he has for an escape, but can't quite get it as they're just on the edge of the mat. So they go back to the center as they're called off. No points awarded. And they restart. Brooks right off the whistle again, trying to get up. Can't quite get it. As Spildy hits a roll on him, trying to get some more back points, but he wasn't on his back long enough for points to be awarded. So Spildy's still looking for some turn of some sort. As time expires here in the second period. So the entire second period score did not change. Now the choice for positioning is up to Luke Spildy. He elects to go down. So Brooks is going to start on top in this third period, and they're off. Spildy looking for a quick sit-out. Another sit-out attempt. Can't quite get it. And third sit-out attempt. Holding onto that leg, trying to spin around. Can't quite get out, though, as Brooks holds his own and holds Spildy down. Looks like Brooks is riding very, very high. Spildy couldn't quite buck him off. Now they're hand fighting, trying to look for control. And Spildy put the arm over his head and spun right out. So that's one escape point for the Vikings, making the score 5-1. Both wrestlers hand fighting. Quick shot in by Spildy. Driving on that that left leg of Brooks. Oh, looks like he's bending that knee at a very bad angle, and the ref's gonna call it off for potentially dangerous. Looks like Brooks thought he was taken down, but he wasn't quite yet. As Spildy shoots in, misses the shot. As Brooks sprawls, Spildy gets a quick front headlock and spins around him, getting Spildy 2 more points, making the score 7-1, with 40 seconds left here in this third period. Spildy still working with that right arm of Brooks, trying to get the arm under him and drive him over. Now Brooks got his arm back. Spildy looking for some sort of maneuver to get him over. Not looking like he's. Oh, he might get it in time. He's got 8 seconds. As he gets Brooks almost to his back with 3, 2, 1. He's not gonna get it. So, final score by decision is going to be Luke Spildy by scores 7-1. That will award the Vikings with 3 more team points, making the score 38-0 for the Vikings. Next up, at the 182 weight class, Luke Spildy's cousin, Brandt Spildy. Brandt Spildy is a senior, and he's going to be wrestling Tyler Wald from Oregon. Tyler Wald is a freshman. As both wrestlers meet up at the table and then go back out to the center, they shake hands, and they're off. Brandt ignoring the tie and going straight for that arm. And throwing the arm aside, getting a very, very fast takedown within the first 5 seconds of the match. Looking like he's going to roll Ward over and hold him on his back. But not quite long enough. Does get the 3 count, though, making the score 5-0 for the Vikings. 1 minute and 28 seconds left here in this first period, as Brandt looks like he's going to roll Ward back over and look to hold him down this time, which he will do. So in 42 seconds, Brandt Spildy gets the pin. So that's going to give the Vikings 6 more team points, making the score 44-0. Next up for the Vikings is going to be the sophomore, Luke Pugh. I think they said in the announcements he was going to receive a bye. Or in the starting lineups, I mean. Which he will. So that's going to be 6 more team points, making the score 50-0. So next up is going to be the 220 weight class. And I'm pretty sure from here on out, the higher weight classes are all going to be byes. So for the 220 weight class, it's going to be Brooks Empey, who is a junior who will also receive a bye, which will be 6 more team points awarded, making the score 56-0. And finally, Brooks' brother, Griffin Empey, who is a freshman at the heavyweight position, 285 pounds, he will also receive a forfeit. Which will be 6 more team points added onto those already. And that's going to make the score 62-0 for the Vikings. Next up for the Vikings is going to be Chance Sudduth, who is a freshman. And for the Panthers, it's going to be Ryan Payne, who is also a freshman. As both wrestlers check up at the scoring table. They both meet in the center. They shake hands. The ref blows a whistle, and they're off. Chance with 2 quick shots in, both with no result, but he powered him back over within 10 seconds of the first period, getting a very fast 2 points. And he rolled him, couldn't quite get him on his back for long enough to get points. And a very odd position to have him in on his back, but looks like Chance is going to get Payne on his back. Going to hold him there and pin him. So this one a little bit faster than Brandt Spildy's pin. This one's going to be in 41 seconds, not 42. So a second faster. And that's going to award the Vikings 6 more team points. And that's going to make the score 68-0. So next up is the final weight class. It's going to be the 113-pound weight class. For the Vikings, it's going to be Rosanna Marshall, who is a junior, who is also ranked the #1 female wrestler in the state at her weight. So she is going to be wrestling Rosanna Ramos, who is a freshman from Oregon. A quick duck under and a takedown by Rosanna within the first 3 seconds of the match. Looking for a hold on that arm, possible roll. Looks like that's what she's going for. And just barely long enough to get the 2, but nothing past that. So score is now 4-0. And Roseanne looking for a cradle. She's got it locked in. Has to bring it back. And which she will. And will hold Ramos on his back. Not quite shoulder blades down, so back points were awarded, but there's not going to be a pin off of that. And as they go out of bounds, looks like, oh, scratch that. Looks like they're Roseanne Marshall's not going to get back points for that. So the ref blows the whistle, and they're off as Roseanne looks for another roll. Still working with that left arm of Ramos, trying to work him over, looking for possibly another roll, and that's exactly what will happen. As the ref counts away, possible back points. Looks like only 2 are going to be awarded, which is what will happen, making the score 6-0 with 34 seconds left here in this first period. As Roseanne is working for another drive over. Can't quite get that one, though. Still looking for something with that left arm of Ramos. As he tries to get an escape and gets it, making the score 6-1 for the Vikings. And a shot in by Ramos. He grabs the leg of Roseanne, trying to find some sort of takedown. Can't quite get anything out of that, though. So, at the end of the first period, score is going to be 6-1 for the Vikings. Roseanne's going to get the first choice, and she is going to defer. And Red being Ramos is going to pick neutral. And a quick duck under by Roseanne, awarding 2 points, making it 8-0 here. Another very fast takedown by Roseanne. Looks like a chin drop she went for on that pinning combination, but wasn't quite. Ramos wasn't quite on his back long enough for points to be awarded. As Ramos grabs hold of the leg, gets the one escape. Roseanne lost control, so he got the one escape, but couldn't quite get the reversal or the takedown points because Roseanne Marshall was out of bounds. Or, well, they're both out of bounds. So they both go back to center as the ref blows the whistle in. Both hand fighting, trying to look for something as Roseanne shoots in at that ankle. And a potentially dangerous call by the ref. The knee was bending in an awkward fashion. So both standing up. Roseanne getting up slowly, looking to be pretty tired after this first period and a half. A shot in by Ramos. Another shot. Can't quite get anything, but he still has the legs of Roseanne Marshall. Roseanne looking to turn Ramos over. And there's 2 points awarded to Roseanne Marshall as she puts Ramos in a cradle, looking for a pin, and gets the pin. Which will, the final match is going to award the Vikings 6 more team points, making the score 74-0. So now as both teams shake hands, the final score of this wrestling meet here at the Stoughton High School is going to be 74-0. The Vikings a very, very dominant win. The Oregon Panthers had a few very, very good wrestlers with some heavy competition in Luke Spildy's match and Trenton Dow's match. Trenton Dow wrestling Mattschlemm, the sophomore. That match was very, very close up until the very end where Tyler Dow just waited it out by a little bit. I think that was a 1-point match. So some very, very close matches here. But thank you for watching here on the Stoughton Sports Network. I'm Spencer Meyer. The camera person is Seth Paulson, and the director is Jacob Ebert. Have a good night.
This broadcast of Stoughton High School Wrestling on the Stoughton Sports Network is brought to you by Stoughton Hospital. For more than 100 years, our neighbors in the Stoughton area have trusted Stoughton Hospital to provide personalized, forward-thinking expert health care. Stoughton Hospital is a proud supporter of WSTO programming, trusted care close to home. And Stoughton Trailers is proud to support Stoughton High School athletics. Come join the family. Apply now on our career page at stoughtontrailers.com.